up next. Can't wait till I caught me a Mozzie. On Cali, I feel like a different man. We got the pack, we delivering. I remember cold nights I was shivering. Had to go get the bag and no stopping me. Saying they know I'm a prodigy. Saying these be watching me. Got your trees in the spine, and I just hit 1 million views. So much better, I don't know what to do. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me soup. I be dripping, they calling me soup. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me soup. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Titan football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's tough duty for a strong safety because truly he's a hybrid-type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking those guys on, but that's a tough task there, taking on the big fella.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's...
And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception.
we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. We get a look at Equinemius St. Brown as he and the rest of the crew march out onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Equinemius St. Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott Good with a PAT. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin in the state of Texas, an AFC South matchup between Jacksonville and Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. The Texans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets past one man. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, they run with Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play in football.
We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Rams on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Lucky 56. Gone!
Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50, the 40. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.